MPVs aren't necessarily the sexiest thing on four wheels right now. Everyone seems to be buying SUVs or crossovers, but for most family needs, I think an MPV is what truly suits them. So when Honda gave to me the keys to this handsome, Phoenix Orange Mobilio RS, I was convinced that this is what you should get instead of the BRV. Now if you want to read my full review on this car, just visit goflatoutph.com or click the link in the description. Designing an MPV to be sleek is as difficult as making a washing machine look like a work of art. While design is a subjective thing, I give the Mobilio RS a double thumbs up for being one of the nicer looking MPVs out there. Adding flair to its more handsome looks include the more aggressive front and rear bumper, rear spoiler, side skirts, two-tone 15-inch alloy wheels, black grille with RS badging, and more RS badging. As for interior design, luxurious might be overselling it, but compared to its predecessor, this new Mobilio gets a much more handsome and better built dashboard. The front seats are much better on long distances than before. Unfortunately, the driver's seat doesn't provide height adjustment and the steering wheel doesn't provide reach adjustment, which might make it harder for some people to find their ideal driving position. This car's snappy infotainment system with navigation is shared with the Honda Jazz, CT, and BRV. Buttons and icons are large enough to be easily tapped on the move. The interface looks nice and all the icons are logically laid out. Now as for rear seat space, Malaysian might be overselling it, but 3 adults can fit comfortably on the second rows. It's a good thing that Honda added ISOFIX child seat anchor points to the rear outboard seats. The third row is best left for children though, but it's good to know that my 5'10" tall body fits at a pinch. With all 3 rows upright, the Mobilio RS has a volume of 223 liters, while folding the third row increases that capacity to 521 liters. Thanks to a low floor, loading items into the trunk is easy. Under the hood of this Mobilio is a 1.5-liter single overhead cam iVTEC engine that produces 120 horsepower and 145 Nm of torque. This RS variant is mated solely to Honda's Earthdream CVT driving the front wheels. Having said all these, let's see how the Honda Mobilio performs on the road. It's sort of on the sportier side of things when it comes to these small MPVs. So one of the good things about the Mobilio RS is the way it drives. Compared to most of its competitors, the Mobilio happens to be one of the better driving ones. So this has a bit more sporty flair to the way it drives, with the way it handles, and also with the way the car functions. So the suspension's more on the stiff side, and a Suzuki Ertiga would happen to be more soft and more composed in terms of how it absorbs bumps, but overall, it's not an issue as a whole. And as a payoff to that firmer suspension, the Mobilio handles corners much better than all of its competitors. So, with the bonus of the paddle shifters included in this Mobilio RS variant, you can have a bit of fun with this car, even if it's meant for carrying 7 people in a relatively affordable package. And with this Mobilio RS, it has a class-leading 120 horsepower with its 1.5-liter engine straight from the Honda Jazz and the Honda City, which means, combined with its relatively lightweight, it's only 100 kilos heavier than the Jazz RS, the Mobilio accelerates without any fuss, without any problem. Though, as with all these small MPVs with their small engines, it becomes sort of an issue when you carry 7 people, wherein when I tried to bring 7 people along with the ride, or rather 6 passengers, the Mobilio sort of struggled in overtaking. But that's relatively par for the course. Almost all of its competitors anyway suffer from the same problem. Though, if there's one thing that I wish Honda would improve on with the Mobilio RS, it would be the car's refinement. Because as it stands, there's a bit too much engine noise and road noise coming into the cabin, especially when you let the engine do the work for you when you overtake. Because this Mobilio has a CVT instead of a 4-speed automatic, the Mobilio RS offers excellent fuel economy, wherein I'm currently averaging 10.2 kilometers per liter average, which translates to being one of the class leaders in terms of fuel economy, which is no surprise The Honda Jazz RS, in which it shares the same engine and transmission with, I was able to achieve an average of 13 kilometers per liter. And with a slightly bigger and of course less aerodynamic body compared to the Jazz due to its size, the Honda Mobilio RS is one of the more fuel efficient cars, considering all the factors affecting the car's performance. And overall, the Mobilio RS is one of those small MPVs that I would really recommend for you to buy. It has class-leading driving dynamics, class-leading power, class-leading looks, I think, though looks are kind of subjective, but I think the Mobilio RS is one of the best-looking small MPVs out there. Now, if you want to see my full review of this car, just visit goflatoutpage.com.